Hey guys, Brett back for part 2.
I'm still here too. Yeah.
Alright, this is our personal stuff we bought. He's got a lot of good stuff. I got a lot of good stuff. I'm excited about this because I got a lot more than I was planning on. But
Maybe I should go first because I have less.
Also, you got like the really cool thing. So
The really cool things.
True.
Let's start with we got Golden Sun Dark Dawn. So I saw it for like $15. So I was like, it's a good deal. I don't have a DS, but eventually I'm gonna get one. Haven't played this. Only played a little bit of the first one actually. So yeah. Hopefully we can get to that. Let's see. I should have organized this better.
My shit ain't organized at all.
Alright, I'm a big Sega fan if you didn't know. Always have been. True or false?
True. It's been a lot more apparent the last probably year.
Yeah. Anyway, I got Sonic Chaos complete in box here on the Game Gear. This was only on the Game Gear. Actually, they might have ported it in Brazil to the Master System. The Master System was popular in Brazil in the 90s because they were a little behind. But yeah, I also got Echo the Dolphin complete in box. This was only $20, which I looked online. The average price of this complete is, what did I say, like 60 something, 70 maybe. Also, it's in pretty good shape. Besides the little thing up here, but otherwise it's like, it looks really nice for a game from the 90s.
It does.
What else we got here? Alright, I just found this yesterday. This is Sega Puzzle Pack on the Windows 95 or 98. This includes Lose Your Marbles, Columns 3, and Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
I hated that game.
Why?
It was hard as shit.
Yeah, it's pretty hard actually. This is sealed. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell, but yeah. I actually had 2 of them. I thought about buying both, but really you don't need 2 of these, so whatever. I wish I had a box. Now you. Alright. We got a fighting game I have yet to try, which I've tried a lot of fighting games actually.
We have watched one of my favorite YouTubers, Maximilian Dude. We watched his
Boss Rage video.
Boss Rage on it, and it was hilarious. Go watch it out.
Yeah. This is SNK versus Capcom SVC Chaos. So, you've probably heard of Marvel vs. Capcom. This is the SNK developed version. And it says only on Xbox, but that's not true. It was ported to the Neo Geo, but it's like $12,000 or something. But this, as far as I know, this was not ported to anything else, so really only playable on the Xbox and the 360. But good deal on it. So,
this is just like a 1v1 though. It's not like Marvel where you have 3v3.
Yeah.
It's just like SNK and Capcom or Street Fighter characters.
So also, this plays more like a Capcom game than an SNK game from what I've seen, which is kind of weird because SNK usually has it where they actually play like an SNK game. But just yesterday I got these Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. I think this is like a collector's edition or something. I don't really know. It says not for sale.
The disc is super shiny.
The disc, yeah, it's holographic. Kind of see it there. And then it has a different cover, slightly different cover than the regular version of the game. So I don't exactly know what this is from, but yeah, it's not for sale. So that's cool. We got Sega Sports Tennis, which is basically Virtua Tennis 2 or Tennis 2K2, just renamed. I think it's because they sold the rights to 2K at this point. But you can tell it's an early PS2 game because it's got the blue disc. So I actually really like Virtua Tennis. I think I bought Virtua Tennis 3 like way back in the day, and I kept it throughout the whole time with my PS3. So we got Hot Shots Tennis. I've played this on the PS4 because it's one of the few games that got ported. it's all right, but it was like $5. So I was like,
Not as good as golf.
I would
Golf.
say,
I like Hot Shots Golf.
I would say not
Back
that
in the
good,
day.
but Hot Shots Golf 4, which we don't have this. We have 3. This was also only $5. I think you play as Kratos in this one.
What?
You can play as Kratos in this.
That dude's been in every game. God.
Yeah. So that was also $5. Good stuff. But most importantly, yesterday I got NBA Street V3. Big basketball fan. I'm planning on doing a video one day of finding the best basketball game. It's going to be quite a few options. But it's gonna be a fun video, I think, if you'd like to be a part of it. We can take turns trying games. Actually, for Christmas, Brett here got me 2 important games, which would be Altered Beast on the Genesis, which, to be honest, this game's not that good anymore. It's alright, but
it's simple.
It's good for my Genesis collection that I've been neglecting. So that's cool. And actually a favorite of mine, Puyo Pop Fever. So I remember buying this, what was it, probably like 2015, 2016?
Somewhere around there, yeah.
On Amazon, brand new, for like $18.
The fact that there was, in 2015, brand new games
Well, I also got that
still being sold.
GameCube memory card, the white one, brand new on Amazon in like 2015. So things have really skyrocketed. This game was what, $60?
Yeah, I paid about 60, I think.
Yeah, I got it for like 18 new a few years ago. So, well, I guess it's like 7 years. But if you don't know, it's a puzzle game, Puyo. You just connect Puyos, 4 different color, but you want to chain them. So you want to like stack 3 and then stack 3 of another color and then chain them.
So it's kind of Tetris-y, but
it has its own, yeah.
Which if you play the newer ones, they
combine, yeah.
Yeah.
Puyo Tetris, great starting point. It also has a fever mode in that game actually, which started in this. I just found out there's a sequel on the PS2 for this, but it only came out in Japan. So,
yeah. I was like, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I just saw it. Also, we have this OP gaming store not near us, well, because we live far away, but called High Score here in Minnesota.
It's in Blaine, Minnesota. Go check them out. They got good pricing. They have
also
a pretty
another
good,
one too.
pretty
somewhere.
good selection.
But what I'm saying is OP is they have this 3 for $10, which it used to be 4 for $10, but they dialed back the OP-ness of it. But anyway, so the other...
Penis.
Damn it. I did the same thing Austin did. Damn. Anyway, so you can get 3 games for $10. You can mix and match between basically any system, because basically every system has them.
They just have bins, like
Yeah.
360, PS2, PS3, original Xbox, Wii. Granted,
Basically,
Wii is mostly
anything
Wii
that
Fit.
sold a lot of consoles and games. There's some Genesis ones, but
And
most of
the
games
discs are all like immaculate.
yeah, most of the games are sports games or like,
360 and PS3, I would say there's a lot more variety
yeah,
in what you're gonna find, but like
Uncharted's in there.
original Xbox, PS2, it's
Yeah.
mostly sports stuff.
But these were 3 of the games I got in the 3 for $10. Well, I guess this is not a game, but Fable limited edition bonus DVD. So I've never even finished Fable, but it was there, so got that. This wasn't in it. No. I also got a Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future double pack. Which, if you know this game, it's like $15, $20. So the fact that it was in a 3 for $10 bin is pretty cool. Yeah. I think the other game I got was for you, but I can't recall which
Was
one.
it Lego Star Wars?
It might have been. I think I just threw a receipt away yesterday. Anyway, I also got Shenmue 2 for $20, which I own on the PS4, so whatever, but it's fine. The big find for me, I think probably the best deal I got over the last month, was I found Time Splitters Future Perfect on the Xbox for $7.99 at a half-price books. The disc is a little scratched, and there's no manual. But, this is around $70 game. So, it's like $50 for just the disc, I
Didn't
think.
we see this at
Yeah.
One up yesterday. We were at another game store yesterday, and they had it for, I think it was 70.
Yeah. So it was basically 90% off. So that was a cool thing. I already own it digitally, and I have no idea what happened to my GameCube or PS2 version. I must have sold them at some point. But like also 5 years ago, these were like $20.
Yeah.
So there's that. So that was a great find. But the thing I'm most excited about, I've been talking about this for like a month now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't decide what to do. But I finally did it. I bought a Sega Saturn for the first time. I've owned a Genesis. I still own a Genesis. I've owned a Dreamcast. I don't right now. A few times, yeah. 2 times. But never a Saturn. Saturn. I always thought it was, because what you hear if you don't like research into it is that it wasn't that good. It wasn't very successful in the US, so we didn't get a lot of games, and the games that we did get are expensive as shit. So that was kind of putting me off the whole time, but I ended up buying one, and I bought this complete in box white one from Japan on eBay for $120. It's not in the box right now because I've actually been playing it, but I will take it out right here. I have it in some shrink wrap. Here, you hold this controller. It's a white controller that it came with. Great stuff. What do you think of the controller? I mean, obviously it's outdated, but
the Genesis controllers don't have shoulder buttons, right?
No.
Okay. So it's basically a refinement on the Genesis controller.
It is, but I think the buttons are better, the D-pad's even better, and the Genesis already had a good D-pad.
Yeah.
I think it's a little small, like, compared to modern controllers, for sure.
It is kind of, yeah.
It's kind of like the PS3.
I can hit multiple buttons at once with...
But I think, for fighting games and shoot 'em ups, this is actually a really good controller. So, yeah, here's the Saturn. So, it's kind of like the Super Nintendo. The Saturns are kind of notorious for yellowing. Well, the white, even the gray Saturns are notorious for yellowing. But this one is in pretty good shape. The logo is starting to fade a tiny bit, but it probably won't go for a while. It's in great shape otherwise. Has the back plate. So it was a great purchase, $120 complete in box. So what else did I do? I bought a lot of Saturn controllers, which we got the ugly.
That's an understatement.
Yeah. Ugly?
The Duke.
Yeah, this is basically like the original
Does it have a
Xbox
name?
controller. I don't know, but like comparatively, like that is just an incredibly bad controller compared.
It's bigger.
The buttons are less pressy. I don't know how to.
Which is already saying something because these aren't
very
pressy, and I don't.
The D-pad is horrendous.
Yeah.
What's weird is,
this feels like it would be an off-brand controller.
It's weird because, the Saturn came out a year earlier in Japan, like always. And this was perfectly fine controller, and then Sega of America was like, "Nah, we're gonna make this ugly ass thing."
Maybe Americans have bigger hands.
I mean, they probably might, but still, Then they eventually switched back to. This is an American Saturn controller, Model 2. It's the same as the Japanese one, except they put the whole Sega Saturn American logo here. And it's all black, which Japan did not get an all black one. Except for the Hitachi High Saturn. But then it said Hitachi on it instead of Sega. And we also got a cool pad, which, if you don't know what a cool pad is, it's a translucent gray controller. So these are actually, I don't know why, but translucent stuff is so cool to me. Like in video games, like you have the Game Boy Color.
My OG purple Game Boy Color.
From a long ass time ago, we still have it. I don't know, just translucent things. We've seen the translucent N64s and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. I also bought a brand new Retrobit cool pad, basically. They call it slate gray, but it's the same color as the cool pad. This is the remake for the. I haven't opened this yet because I haven't needed to. Then I got some Japanese games for the Saturn because I was waiting for something, which I will get to in a minute. So I actually ended up getting a lot of 11 Saturn games with the manual but no case for a good price. So we got Christmas Nights into Dreams. Again, they all have the manual and the case. I mean, the manual and the disc, but no case. We got every single Virtua Fighter on the console. Virtua Fighter Remix. Virtua Fighter 2. Here. Virtua Fighter Kids.
When he showed me this, I was like,
Yeah.
this is a fucking thing.
Yeah. No, Virtua Fighter was big, I'm telling you. I mean, and you watched the Max video the other day, too.
Mm-hmm.
The original Virtua Fighter. So there's 4 Virtua Fighters. Mist.
Matt Damon loves this video game, so
Yeah.
that's about all I know about it.
I've heard it's actually pretty good. I mean, it came out in America. It came out in a lot of systems, but yeah. We got a great game here. Shining the Holy Ark. Okay, I'm not going to play this version because story-driven games are, I don't know enough Japanese to do that. But great game. I honestly don't remember what this is. Let me know in the comments. I looked it up a couple days ago, but I can't recall what it's called. Yeah, I think it's like a... Yeah, it's an RPG. But I don't know what it's called. Last Gladiators, I'm assuming is a shump. But I've never heard of that. We got... This is a big game, actually. We have Sakura Wars. So it has both discs and even has the spine. I don't know why, but the Saturn in Japan came with like a spine cover. So you put it like around.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting, but yeah. So both discs. We have the thick ass manual. That's I think like 90 pages. I don't know. And then there's a little poster map thing. I don't know exactly. I haven't opened it yet. Yeah, I don't know. So that was pretty cool. Now these games aren't that expensive, but getting all of them for a good price is a good deal.
Paid how much for the lot?
$40 for 11 games.
It's about $4 a game.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah. And then this one actually doesn't have the manual, but Shining Wisdom. So 2 Shining games. That's pretty cool. I also got this for literally $2. This is Super Robot Wars F. I haven't tried it yet, but for $2 you can't pass that up. And then my favorite Saturn game so far, but I haven't played very many. We have the Japanese version of Saturn Bomberman,
Which we are going to try when the guys come over.
which I'm just saying it now. This is going to be one of the best party games of all time.
We did play it. We played it Christmas Eve at our parents' house. So it was me, him, and then our mom.
Yeah, our two
We have more.
parents.
We technically have more than 2, but our mom and dad, yeah.
It was pretty fun even then. I mean, they don't play video games very much. Well,
Yeah. So it mostly came down to you and me,
Yeah.
but it was fun.
Also, if we throw computers in there, it's going to be so
Chaotic.
crazy.
Go.
Like when it came in the other day, I started playing it by myself, just with 7 CPUs. And it was insanely fun. It was basically first person to win 3 is how I had it set up, and then every single person except one of them ended up winning at least 2 games. So it kind of went down. I think I said it went down to like 18 games total because we tied a bunch of times too. So, but also, I was waiting for this. This is a satiator. I think that's how you say it.
Satiator.
I thought it was satiator, but I've seen people say satiator. I'm not really sure.
Tomato.
Yeah. But basically, this is an ingenious solution by Professor Abrasive here, who created it. Let me get it out without ruining the box. Okay. And honestly, it looks pretty cool too. Yeah, it comes in this little Japanese style candy box, which is cool. Basically, this is all it is. It's a little thing here. So what you do is you put the firmware on an SD card, put the SD card in, and you plug it into the back of your Saturn, right here. You take this little tray off. So this was for a VCD card, a video card basically. in Japan. It would basically help, like, the FMVs were pretty popular when discs came out. Kind of make them look better, and I think some games required it, but not very many.
It's kind of like the expansion thing for the 64.
Yeah. So you literally just plug this in right there, push it in, and then when you boot up the Saturn, it just loads into the loader where all your games are stored. And then you can play games off the SD card, which is good because, again, the discs are expensive as shit, and disc drives can break, and you gotta disassemble your Saturn and buy a new disc drive, so it's a little pricey. It's like $250, but considering a lot of the games are over that price, it's worth it. So
probably worth it, yeah.
And then you can
Probably
play
upfront
fan
costs
translations. Yeah, so I also just yesterday won a bid for 2 more cool pads and a Saturn multi-tap, which we're gonna need to play some.
Because I think Bomberman, you said, can go up to
10 players.
10 people.
10. I actually did a couple rounds with 10 players, just 9 CPUs and myself, but that shit was crazy. What I'm missing that I haven't ordered yet is a RAM expansion, which is what the cartridge input's for, which makes fighting games run better. Actually, they have better frame rates and more frames of animation, which is kind of weird but cool at the same time. So yeah, that's basically everything I got, and I'm excited to play some Saturn games with you guys. Yeah.
We'll have to try out some Virtua Fighter too.
Virtua Fighter.
Not that
2.
I haven't really played Virtua Fighter.
It's a lot different from basically every other fighting game. Like I said, there's a block button, which is just weird.
That's weird to me.
It's weird, but it was big, and it's still kind of big in Japan. So
yeah, let us know what you like that Cullen got. I'm going to start with the first thing I got in the new year, and I literally got this New Year's Day. I went to a party with, if you guys remember Joe from the Mario Strikers tournament, we went to a New Year's party, and Joe and I were drunk and talking, and he was telling me about his... There used to be this Battle Royale game we played called Cuisine Royale. You remember me playing that?
Yeah.
The game was awful.
yeah.
And he was talking about how he can't play it on his Series X, like it crashes every time, but he could play it on his Xbox One. And he's like, oh, I still have that laying around if you want it. So, for $20, I got an OG Xbox One, the VCR.
Yeah. Can't believe you made it look like that still.
I know. It's huge. I did forget they had a
And it has a
HDMI
power brick.
in, and oh yeah, dude, I dropped that on my foot once. I mean,
Sounds fine.
not this one,
Yeah.
but
Sounds fine.
my Xbox One. I dropped a power brick on my foot. No, I was screaming in pain for like 5 minutes.
As far as I know, the only PlayStation to come with a power brick is the slim PS2, because it was fucking slim.
Yeah.
This is enormous, and it still needed a power brick.
Mhm.
Like, I don't understand.
Well, you got to think you have the Connect and all this stuff. Realistically, this is probably, I think we only loaded up like classic games on this, right? So
Well, what's the hard drive? Probably like 256.
it was 500 at the time.
Okay. So it's
So
probably
it
got
was
like
probably
400.
probably like 400 before you install anything. So yeah, this will probably just be used for classic games.
I mean,
so-
also you have a Series X, so basically any
Yeah.
game you could play on there, like an Xbox One game, will be better on the Series X.
yeah. So
It's fine for classic games, yeah.
but I think that was a good pickup. Here, I'm gonna do what you got me for Christmas. Alright, Carl got me 2 things, and I kind of knew what one of them was gonna be. Where did I put it? I just had it.
Oh no.
Oh, it's right here. I forgot blue case. Okay, first, you got me the Neo collection. This was one thing I was always talking about buying because this went on sale a good amount, but I never did. And then Colin like wrapped it like really early. He's like, "I got you your Christmas present." I'm like, "Okay." So I went to it and I'm like, "Okay, this is definitely a PS5 game, especially since I've been playing my PS5 more." So there was only 2 games I knew realistically that he would get me that I would play. It was this or Last of Us. So I played a bit of 1 back in the day on the PS4 with you.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I haven't played 2. I never beat 1. So I will get to this eventually because I do like Souls games.
These are 2 of my most played PS4 games also.
Yeah.
So
So I just need to find time to devote to it. Also, and this just came in like a week or two ago. Death's Door, the Ultimate Edition. I played this game last year. It was one of my top, I think, 10 favorite games I played last year. And most of the indies that I really end up liking, I like to get just to support the developers. And most of the time, they don't come to Xbox, so I just get them on Switch. So which will be nice because I do tend to replay indies a little bit on Switch. So that's a good one. Let's get these out of the way. I got 2 of the last few Smash Amiibos that were released. So Kazuya and Sephiroth. This is technically my second Sephiroth because my first pre-order got sent to the wrong address. So I had to order another one. And then also with the release of Fire Emblem Engage, they re-released Martha and Corrin Player 2. I do own these out of box. I don't ever use my amiibos anymore, so for the ones that I really want, I've been trying to collect again. And the Fire Emblem ones were always pricey. Like Corrin P2 was, I think, about $100 resale. So obviously all the resellers are probably mad about that, but
yeah, for a month, 2 months.
Happy to get those again. Let's see. I got a lot here. I gotta remember what came in this lot. If you guys remember my last haul video, I had that bundle with the Lego games that I got for $5, and I said that that person had messaged me again with a bunch more games. So, just gotta get them here. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so she had texted me again with another lot saying...
You did this, no?
No.
I swear you did.
Text me saying they had more games and if I wanted any of them, so they were about 5 each. And then the morning I went to pick them up, she's like, hey, I got 6 more if you want these for another 10. So we got Death Stranding PS4, which is a game I want to get to eventually sometime, and I think it's got a free upgrade on PS5.
I think so. Or it's like $5 or something.
Okay, well, so good buy in there. I got some more 360 games. So Max Payne 3, I don't own this, and I've heard it's really good. So that's a good one. Halo Reach, I've got, but you know, Black Ops, probably one of my favorite Call of Duties behind Modern Warfare 1 and 2. So that's a good one. Hitman Absolution, I haven't really played much of Hitman, but I do remember playing this back in the day and like having like the variety of ways you could kill somebody was really cool. Lego Pirates and MW3. I owned MW3 already, but all right, now for these, a bunch of games I didn't own that I wanted to get eventually, so this was nice to knock them out. Battlefield 1, played a little bit, I'll probably play the campaign still, but Doom 2016, very, very good reboot. That was a reboot, right? Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, which you played a lot of, right?
Not a lot, but...
Well, a decent amount. You played it more than I did.
Yeah. I mean, all my friends bought it, so we played, yeah.
Fallout 4. And then we got Colin's favorite Assassin's Creed games.
Oh, God, no.
Origins and Odyssey. Honestly, I hate these new styles of games, but they're good games. They're just not good Assassin's Creed games.
I also just don't like how they keep getting longer and more tedious to play.
Yeah.
I actually liked that
Syndicate. One. I have not beat this, but I do like Jacob and, what was it, Evie? Yeah. And then Control, which I have heard is really good. Gabe loves this game. I have not played it, so, but it's a good one. Nice little lot there. All right, and then just some other pickups. Forza Horizon 4. Not a huge car guy, but I did play this one a pretty good amount. Lego Marvel Superheroes, which I did get the 360 version in the last one, but this was one of my first Xbox One games, and this is actually probably my favorite Lego game of all time now, even over Lego Star Wars. Dragon Ball Xenoverse, definitely one of my first Xbox One games. We played a lot of this.
I remember when this came out, because we had to play a lot of it because there was nothing else out.
Yeah, true. It's a good game. I think 2's better, and they released a DLC where you can play through the story of 1 in 2 with all the updated like moves and stuff. So really,
They're still releasing content for that.
they are.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a rumor there's a third one coming soon.
I don't know. There's so much DLC. Like, if they do a third one, they need to release all the content. But honestly, there's really no reason to go back and play this over 2.
Well, I need to finish the trophies, so
Well,
I got like
you
3
still
more.
play online?
Yeah,
Okay.
I got like 3 more trophies, but that's an ultra rare platinum.
All right, this I picked up at High Score, Rare Replay. This was I think $10, and I've been seeing it's going for like 40 online.
That's weird because it was 40 at launch, wasn't it?
It was. So 30 of Rare's best games.
That they have the rights to.
Yeah. GoldenEye was just released, so if you own this, you get GoldenEye. Otherwise, it's part of Game Pass.
Remember when we went to the launch?
Yeah.
You went for Gears, and I went for that because they came out on the same day for some reason.
Yeah. There's a double pack with Gears Ultimate and this, so I'll probably get that one day. That's what this port is. Assassin's Creed: The Ezio Collection. 2 of these are in my top 20 games of all time. But this port was just... This was in that time of the really bad remasters. They're a little bit better than playing like the 360 versions, but really not that much more.
Probably much better than the PS3 version.
Yeah. But, and then this is a game I want to get to. Cyberpunk 2077. I haven't played this. I think this comes with a free upgrade.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
so, but I got it part of a GameStop a few weeks ago. I think it's still going on, a 4 for $40 if they're $20 or under. So, and this was $20, and I'm like, well, I'm basically getting it for free. So
I played it on Stadia.
You did do that. Did you beat it?
No. But I also own it on PS4. So.
All right. A few more 360 games. LA Noire. I have not played this game, and I've heard it's really good. Nate played it back in the day and really liked it. Talk about those in a second. Mass Effect 3. I do own Legendary Edition for the Xbox One, so but I mean I think that was part of that 4 for 10 or 3 for 10, whatever. Yeah. Street Fighter 4.
Fucking great game.
Best intro, I think, in a Street Fighter game. The song is great. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, which I have the Xbox One version, but it was cheap.
Storage required.
All right. Some more high score games and more original Xbox games I'm excited to own. Metal Slug 3. Case is great. Disc looks great. I think this is backwards compatible, so we can play it on 360. So I've never played Metal Slug, but it's...
Well, you played... what was that game? Hard Corpse Uprising?
Yeah.
It's similar.
Okay.
But, yeah.
So.
SNK...
I think that was like 25 when you went there.
Yeah, which is about the price it is online, but it was actually like in really good condition.
Mm-hmm. All right, next we got Jedi Outcast, Jedi Knight 2. I do own this on the Xbox digitally, but we have a pretty good Star Wars original Xbox collection, so I did want to add this to it. Game's pretty good. Also, this is the first time I didn't know this game was made by Raven. I really like Raven Studios. They did Marvel Ultimate Alliance, a few other stuff, so that was cool. Spider-Man 2. I've never played this. All my friends who actually had Good Child.
We had that.
I don't remember us having this.
You're too busy playing Ratchet and Clank.
That's probably true.
Battlefront.
And Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
So, I haven't played that, but I've been in a mood to play older games. This is also part of that 4 for 10. Prince of Persia Warrior Within. Colin would know more about how this game is than I would, but...
It's kind of like Jack 1 to Jack 2. He turned emo, kind of. That's kind of what happened.
This was
here.
after...
Yeah.
Sands of Time?
Yep. Okay. That's the sequel to Sands of Time. They better not botch this Prince of Persia remake.
I would hope with how long it's taking and the fact that they've switched developers and whatnot. I would hope so. All right. Lego Marvel Superheroes. I'm not going to play the 360 version, but Amazing Spider-Man. This I remember playing a demo for when I worked at GameStop back in, like right when I graduated high school. Huh?
Yes.
Enox, yeah. If you want a blatant ripoff of the Arkham combat, this was that game. The swinging was all right. Obviously, if you're gonna pick one Spider-Man game to play, you're gonna play the Insomniac one. But these are a few new pickups. I got BioShock Infinite Complete Edition. Got this off Mercari. You can actually find some pretty good deals on there. So, Xbox Live Arcade compilation disc. So there's Uno, Pac-Man Champion Edition, which you really like.
I like the DX, but yeah.
Yeah. Boom Boom Rocket, which I've played a little bit of. Luxor 2, I've never played in Feeding Frenzy, but so cool. Trial games. Weird how they used to do that all the time.
Yeah, PlayStation has a few too.
Lego Star Wars, the first one. We had this on PS2. I loved this game. This was pretty cheap. Case isn't in the best condition, but you can play all that content in the complete saga. So if you got that, just do that. Hitman, Blood Money for the original Xbox.
Well, it's not like a million things.
I know. All right. Some PS1 games. Found this on Facebook Marketplace. Crash 2, Wrath of Cortex, or Cortex Strikes Back. Wrath of Cortex was the
GameCube PS2 one.
Yeah, the bad one.
It's pretty alright.
Pretty bad condition, but I mean it was $10.
CD case is also super easy to replace.
Yeah.
So.
And then also when I got there, the lady was like, "Here, I have another free game." So NFL Game Day '98, same thing. Rough case, bad disc, but you know, I ain't gonna say no to free. Super Mario 3D Land for the 3DS. This was like $10, I think. Played a good amount of it back when that came out. And then also Animal Crossing Wild World for the DS. Great game. Probably my second favorite of the series, but kind of hard to go back to playing on a DS. Alright, we're almost done here, I promise. Alright. Wii games. I got Wii Fit just because I needed another game for the 3 for 10 at high score. Pretty decent case, too. This one was a good deal that Colin actually sent me on Mercari. Kirby's Dream Collection for the Wii. I've been wanting to get this, and this has been going for about 80 plus for these. So Colin found this for 30?
I think it was like 2080 when something.
No, 28. And for some reason, Colin couldn't buy it, so he just sent me the link, and I was able to get it. Case isn't in the best shape, but it's got the bonus soundtrack disc, and the game still looks good with all the inserts. So I just need to find a double Wii case to switch it out with. All right, and then another game I had been seeing online that was going for a lot was Ultra Street Fighter 2 Final Challengers. It's going for about 60.
It's so weird to me.
It is. This is just like the latest version of Street Fighter 2. You get Evil Ryu and Violent Ken in it, and that's about the only changes.
Basically,
really.
Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo HD Remix.
Yeah, with 2 new characters. Yeah. But yeah, I was seeing this online for a lot, and I'm like, damn. And when I walked into GameStop to pick up my Fire Emblem, they had it for $35. So if you want to get this and you don't want to pay, check out GameStop because mine had at least 2.
I mean, there's a lot of copies of this. So I don't know why it's going
Yeah,
for
I don't either. All right. Next, my big one, Fire Emblem Engage Divine Edition. I think I've bought every Fire Emblem Collector's Edition since Shadows of Valencia came out. So I'm about 5 chapters in. Gameplay is phenomenal. If like battles is what you really like in Fire Emblem, this game is phenomenal in that regard. Story's kind of a downgrade from Three Houses, so really depends on what you're looking for. But I'm enjoying it so far. This comes with a steel book, art book. There's some art cards with each of the emblem heroes on it, and a poster. And then I got the little tarot card deck that was a pre-order bonus at GameStop. And then my last pickup for the month was Dead Space Remake. And I am playing through this now, and this is phenomenal. If you like survival horror, definitely play this. Or wait for a sale, but like I think you're going to do. You don't really play survival horror either, though. But great game. So
I just know I'm not gonna be able to finish it before Yakuza comes out. And by the time I finish Yakuza, then Wulong is out. So it's like,
yeah, you might as well wait then. I'll probably. When did you say that comes out? 17th. Oh, I could probably finish Dead Space before that. But yeah, that's everything we got. It was a lot.
Yeah.
Next month's probably going to be a lot less than this.
I'm probably not buying anything.
You're not getting. Oh, you got Yakuza digitally, didn't you? I'll probably just have Yakuza. Maybe Kirby. That comes out too. So.
Well,
but yeah.
I do have a Puyo Puyo 2 on the Saturn.
Coming.
Hopefully coming, but I ordered it like 20 days ago and it's still not here. So. Yeah. But that's it. Let us know your favorite things we got. And also, like, if you got anything, let us know because that's what a community is for.
Mm-hmm. Let me know if I have an addiction too. Because I think I do.
You have too many things.
I do. I have a lot.
I thought I had a lot. I only had like 12 things.
Well,
most of them were Saturn.
Most of them were Sega. I think there was like
Time Splitters.
4 things that were not Sega.
Yeah.
So.
Hey bro, Sega was goated, I'm telling you. Anyway, be on the lookout for our co-op video. Not co-op, our multiplayer videos. Saturn Bomberman, that's going to be a big one. What else?
Probably some Mario Party, maybe some GoldenEye.
NBA Showtime.
Some NBA.
Some NBA of some sort, basically. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should just play 2K12. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Also, we got some more podcast episodes coming up, so check those out. Mm-hmm. And the draft video just went up for the 2022 draft. We did it a couple.
2023.
2020. Well, yeah, 2023. We recorded it a few weeks ago. It just got posted, so check that out. And again, you can follow the link for that if you want to ever check in and see the scores, who's winning, who's losing. Right now, I have 0 points.
You haven't had anything come up though, right?
Exactly.
So.
And Gabe has 1 point.
Because of Forspoken?
Yep.
Yeah, he counterpicked Forspoken. I think I'm leading right now because of Dead Space. Dead Space got really good reviews, so. But, yeah, it's early, so.
I got 3 games in the next month or 2, so, yeah. Anyway, we'll refresh that, but, yeah, we got a lot of stuff coming up. New Ratchet and Clank video also, so be on the lookout for all that. Subscribe to watch it all. Final words, Bert?
I'm excited for this year. Collecting wise and just game wise. There's a lot of good stuff this year, so it's going to be a good year.
Yeah. I'm probably not going to buy too much more stuff because I don't like having a lot of stuff, but the stuff I will buy will be important to me, so that's what really matters. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and we will see you next time you click on a video.
See you guys.